In tonight's Ask Anthony, a Jacksonville family sinking money into a big problem in their front yard. Shalecia Jackson emailed me for help because she wants to know who is responsible for the big hole you're about to see.
Yeah, we weren't expecting this.
Shalecia Jackson, her husband, and 3 children moved into their home on LeMay Avenue more than 2 years ago.
Over the course of about a year, we noticed that water was starting to gradually come up in the yard.
And that led to a very costly problem.
So this has cost almost 10 grand in total so far.
The first-time home buyers thought they knew all the details about their property, but Jackson says they were never told what was beneath the ground until this giant hole formed in their front yard.
We called JEA, which they came out, looked at everything, told us that this was a private septic tank and that we were responsible for it and they would no longer touch it, and we had to come out of pocket to pay for it.
Before they bought the home, Jackson says their realtor asked if there was a septic system on the property, and the previous owners said there wasn't.
So on here, it gives a whole full description of my house layout, and this is the front yard there, and this is where the septic or the pump right here, the lift station, is supposed to be, but there is nothing there telling us anything about a lift station. It's not even in the descriptions here of the full layout.
I contacted JEA about the issue, and they explained to me over the phone that this is a private, low-pressure system. This type of system collects sewage from the home into a collection tank, and once it's full, it pumps out to the JEA sewer system. Field technicians say the private tank failed, creating the sinkhole and causing dirt to be pulled into JEA's sewer force main. A representative also said, quote, JEA is not responsible for the repair of the customer's private system. It is the homeowner's responsibility, as with any other type of plumbing on private property. JEA also has no record of a claim being filed by the property owners for property damage.
And I don't feel like this should have been our responsibility. And honestly, I'm paying for JEA, and I'm also paying for this private septic tank here, which JEA will not help us with.
So JEA says the city of Jacksonville does have programs available to assist homeowners with repairs, and I'm going to put that information in the Ask Anthony section on our website. Now, it's also important to mention, I was doing some research on this last night in Florida. The seller of the property, not the real estate agent, is legally bound to disclose to the buyer all defects that impact the home's fair market value. So if the buyer was not informed of a septic system and bought the home, then he or she may have a claim against the seller for failure to disclose. So remember, if you have a problem you just can't solve, you can always email me at askanthony@firstcoastnews.com.